Welcome to Wonderwave. Today we embark on a journey back in time to explore one of humanity's most fascinating chapters, the seven wonders of the ancient world. These awe-inspiring monuments stood as the pinnacle of human achievement and ingenuity, leaving a legacy that continues to captivate the imagination. But what were these wonders and why were they built? Let's discover their stories one by one. The Great Pyramid of Giza. We begin with the only wonder still standing today, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Constructed over 4,500 years ago, this monumental structure was built as a tomb for the Egyptian pharaoh Khufu. Rising 146 meters into the sky, it was the tallest man-made structure in the world for nearly 4,000 years. What makes the Great Pyramid so remarkable is not just its size, but the precision with which it was built. Massive limestone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons, were transported over long distances and placed with extraordinary accuracy. Even today, the exact methods used by the ancient Egyptians to construct it remain a topic of debate. The Great Pyramid was originally covered with smooth white limestone casing stones, reflecting the sun and making it shine like a jewel in the desert. Though much of this casing has eroded over time, the pyramid's grandeur is undeniable. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Our next wonder takes us to the ancient city of Babylon, in what is now modern-day Iraq. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon were said to have been built by King Nebuchadnezzar II for his wife Amytis, who missed the green hills of her homeland. These gardens were unlike any other, featuring terraces of lush greenery suspended above the ground. Trees, flowers, and exotic plants thrived in a desert climate thanks to an advanced irrigation system that transported water from the Euphrates River. But here's the mystery. No definitive archaeological evidence of the Hanging Gardens has ever been found. Some historians even question whether they truly existed or were simply a product of legend. Still, the beauty of the Hanging Gardens continues to inspire and mystify us. The Statue of Zeus at Olympia. Next, we travel to ancient Greece, to the sanctuary of Olympia, where the Statue of Zeus once stood. This massive statue, dedicated to the king of the Greek gods, was crafted by the sculptor Phidias in the 5th century BCE. Standing 12 meters tall, the Statue of Zeus was made of ivory and gold, seated majestically on a throne of cedarwood. His robe was intricately decorated, and in one hand he held a scepter symbolizing his power. The statue was housed in the Temple of Zeus and was one of the most impressive works of art of the ancient world. Unfortunately, like many of the wonders, it was lost to history, likely destroyed in a fire or an earthquake. Yet, through ancient writings, we can still imagine its grandeur. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. Our next stop is in the ancient city of Ephesus, located in modern-day Turkey. Here stood the Temple of Artemis, one of the largest temples ever built, dedicated to the goddess of the hunt and fertility. The temple was an architectural masterpiece constructed entirely of marble and adorned with intricate sculptures. It stood on a foundation of over 100 marble columns, each 18 meters tall. The temple was not only a place of worship, but also a symbol of wealth and power for the city of Ephesus. Tragically, it was destroyed several times, first by arson and later by invading forces. Though only ruins remain, the temple's legacy as one of the ancient world's most magnificent structures endures. The mausoleum at Halicarnassus. Now we head to Halicarnassus in modern-day Turkey, where the mausoleum of Halicarnassus once stood. Built around 350 BCE, this grand tomb was commissioned by Queen Artemisia for her husband King Mausolus. The mausoleum was a towering structure, standing about 45 meters high and decorated with sculptures by the finest artists of the time. Its design was so influential that the term mausoleum is still used today to describe monumental tombs. Unfortunately, earthquakes gradually reduced the mausoleum to rubble, but its reputation as a marvel of architecture remains. It was not just a tomb, it was a symbol of love, power, and artistic achievement. The Colossus of Rhodes. Next, we set sail to the island of Rhodes, where the Colossus of Rhodes once stood towering over the harbor. This enormous bronze statue, built in 280 BCE, was dedicated to the sun god Helios. Standing 33 meters tall, the Colossus was one of the tallest statues of the ancient world. and it symbolized the strength and resilience of the people of Rhodes. It was constructed to celebrate their victory over an invading army, and for over 50 years it stood proudly as a beacon of hope and triumph. But disaster struck when an earthquake toppled the statue, breaking it into pieces. Despite its brief existence, the Colossus remains an enduring symbol of human ambition and creativity. The Lighthouse of Alexandria. Finally, we arrive at our last wonder, the Lighthouse of Alexandria, also known as the Pharos of Alexandria. Built on the small island of Pharos, just off the coast of Alexandria, Egypt, this towering structure guided sailors safely into the busy harbor. Completed around 280 BCE, the lighthouse stood an impressive 100 meters tall, making it one of the tallest structures in the world at the time. A giant fire burned at its top, reflected by mirrors to create a beam of light that could be seen for miles. The Lighthouse of Alexandria was not just a practical structure, it was also a symbol of the city's importance as a hub of trade and culture. Like many of the other wonders, it too was eventually destroyed by earthquakes, but its legacy as a marvel of engineering endures. The seven wonders of the ancient world represent humanity's enduring quest to build, create, and inspire. Although most of these wonders have long since vanished, their stories continue to captivate us, serving as a reminder of the extraordinary achievements of our ancestors. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. Don't forget to subscribe to Wonder Wave for more fascinating explorations of the wonders of our world, past and present.